What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Broadway Joel, the voice of Dominican boxing. And we have a lot, and I mean a lot to discuss today. Um, Mike Coppinger of ESPN has reported that Spence versus Crawford is agreed to, that they will be fighting in Las Vegas, Nevada, the T Mobile Arena, July 29th. So that is a big, big deal in the sport of boxing. This is a fight that the fans been asking for, what, 4 or 5 years now? And we're finally getting it. This time for undisputed. They're both still undefeated. Yes, they both are a little bit past, you know, I don't want to say, yeah, a little bit past their prime. I don't want to say they're like out of their prime, like so out of it, but they definitely are more going down than they are going up. I think that's fair to say. But in no way, shape, form, or fashion are these fighters washed up or over the hill. Um, yeah. So I like. Listen, I'm not gonna let the fact that this fight took mad long to make like mess up my anticipation for this fight. I'm very very excited. Um, there's rumors that Elvis Rodriguez may be on the undercard against Sergey Lipinets. That has not been confirmed to me, but that's a strong rumor that that's the fight that might happen, and that may be on the undercard. So we'll see, we'll see. But yeah, no, this is very very exciting stuff. Also, Pitbull Cruz versus Manny versus Giovanni Cabrera is rumored to be on the undercard. Also on the undercard is Emmanuel Rodriguez versus Melvin Lopez for the vacant, I believe, IBF belt. So far, if that's the undercard they're rolling out, that's a great undercard. Elvis versus Lipinets, that's a war. That's a knockout waiting to happen. I'm rooting, and I think I'm picking Elvis to win, not just because he's Dominican. I genuinely think Elvis will win that fight. Although Lipinets is not an easy fight. He's a big puncher, a lot of experience. I like him. I like him a lot. Um, but yeah, no. Also, Pitbull Cruz. I know we don't like his selection of opponents. We all know I'm not a fan of it, and I criticize his selection of opponents plenty. But Giovanni Cabrera is an undefeated fighter, and Pitbull Cruz is somebody who comes to fight at all times. He's somebody who's very aggressive and tries to make a fight. And then Manny Rodriguez, who maybe the best 118 if we be if we're honest. 118 may be the best. Manny Rodriguez may be the best there, and he's fighting for a vacant belt versus Melvin Lopez. I'll be honest with you, I never seen Melvin Lopez fight, but he's ranked, he's ranked where he's ranked for a reason, I guess. We'll see. We'll see. I don't follow those lower weights too closely, but I am very familiar with Manny Rodriguez. Uh, yes, guys, I did cut my beard. Uh, I don't know if y'all liking it or not, but yeah, I did cut my beard. I had to do it for work purposes, so for my job, I had to cut it, but I'm gonna be growing it back sometime soon. So don't worry. Try not to make fun of me too much. But yeah, I had to cut it for work purposes. But yeah, this past Saturday, Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. First of all, before we get to the decision and who I thought won or who you thought won and whatever, that was a great fucking fight, man. And that's the shame of, and I'll say controversy because there's a lot of people arguing that this was some kind of corruption. This is unfortunate that the controversy around the decision has overshadowed just how good uh, this was of a fight. This was a great fight, man. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed the fight. Like, I remember after the fight was over and I went to bed, I was like, man, like that was a good fight. Like, I genuinely enjoyed myself. Now, I personally scored the fight for Yeah, I'm not going to say that it was absolutely ridiculous that fight, went to Haney, that there was no way that could be the possibility. No, absolutely not. This was a fight that could have gone either way. 50-50 fight. Devin Haney, he he won most of the early rounds. Lomachenko won most of the later rounds. Now, the way I look at it is, if you had it 7-5 Haney, cool. If you had it 6-6 even, cool. If you had it 7-5 Loma, cool. To me, those are the only three respectable scorecards you can have. These 8-4s and 9-3s. I even seen somebody say they had it 10-2. Those scorecards, either way, are ridiculous. Are absolutely ridiculous. And we can't be like, oh, this was a robbery, this, that, and the third. Even though I agree that I thought Lomachenko won, but I thought he won 7-5. I'm of the understanding that, judging is subjective, and we're not gonna all see every single round the same. There was a lot of swing rounds. There was a lot of rounds that were hard to judge. There was a lot of rounds where it was hard to gauge who was landing what, and how effective were those body punches. Were those flurries from Lomachenko just, arm punches, or was he really hurting Devin Haney? There's a lot of variables as to who you thought might have won the fight. So I don't think 7-5 Haney or 7-5 Lomachenko, or a 6-6 a draw is unreasonable. And if you guys have seen my my show, the official scorecard, which I haven't done in a while, you guys would see, hey, listen, a lot of times these decisions that we think are robbery, we rewatch with the sound off and rescore these swing rounds. We end up realizing that a lot of these fights we're calling robberies aren't robberies. So I think we need to chill down with that. It was a great fight. Unfortunately, I know there won't be a rematch, but I would love a rematch. It was so entertaining. It was so competitive. And it had an ending kind of that we'll leave the people to go like, damn, man, I want to see it again. And I think it would do a lot of good financial business if they had a rematch. Do I think it happens? No. I think Haney either moves up to 140 or stays at 135 and fights either Shakur Stevenson or Gervonta Davis. I think that's his route. I think he goes, whew, I beat my man Lomachenko. I don't want to go at that again. That was a close fight. And I'm not even knocking him for it. I'm just saying that that's one of the ways I see it. But yeah, man. On the undercard, y'all saw my man Raymond Morataya. I've been telling y'all about my man Raymond Morataya. He nice like that. That dude is nice. He's next up. He's the future of the 135-pound division. Nakatilia destroyed Miguel Burchell. Went 12 with Shakur Stevenson. Morataya goes out and stops this guy in 2 rounds. I will say, I did think the stoppage was a bit quick. But nonetheless, he got the stoppage. And even before that, he was looking smooth, was looking very warmed up, very focused, and very aware of Burchell's power. But not in a scared way, because look, he still pressed the action. He still got the stoppage, but he was very, very careful with his performance. And I really liked it. I'm telling you guys, and that's why I interviewed him, because I'm like, he doesn't have as many interviews on the internet like that. I was like, let me get this guy early, because I have a strange feeling he's going to be one of the best at 135 in the near future. I do like that he's with Top Rank. Top Rank keeps you active. Not only that, they got Keyshawn Davis, who we can say it's a competitive fight. Excuse me. We can say is one of the future 135 pounders. They have Jermaine Ortiz. They have they have a few guys. They have Shakur Stevenson, who's going to be there for a while. 135, he just moved up. So they have a lot of smoke at 135. And now him just beating Nakatilia, he goes from prospect to contender. So he is now in the mix for any of those guys I just mentioned. You know what I'm saying? And who knows who shakes free from these other promotional companies and sign with Top Rank. I would love to see Murataya in the ring soon, especially since he really didn't take no punishment. He won 2 rounds, and I don't remember him taking any punches of significance. Yeah. So also on the card, and this was on the free portion of ESPN, which I actually thought was a smart idea. It was the best fight of the night. Well, best performance of the night. I'll say that. And it was very entertaining. And they ended it a knockout of the year. And that was a free ESPN. And it's like, all right, no, now you got to go buy the pay-per-view. You was entertained by that fight. Imagine this fight. This is for Undisputed. We got one of the best prospects, Murataya. It's like we got Valdez. It's like, whoa, like, all right, now I gotta buy the pay-per-view. I thought Nakatani had an absolute amazing performance. By the way, hit the like button if you guys haven't already. He had an absolute amazing performance. Beautiful uppercuts. Was hurting Maloney often throughout the fight. Even dropped him early. And what made the knockout worse was he was hurting Maloney throughout the whole fight. Dropped him a couple times and really punished him for 12 rounds. And then knocked him out with one shot in the last round. So Maloney really took some punishment. He had 2 perforated eardrums, had to go to the hospital. He really took a beating, and I hope he's okay because that was a pretty brutal beating, pretty brutal knockout, and definitely so far in the lead for knockout of the year. I can't see another knockout beating that. Also, did y'all see how he leaned with it? How he just torqued his whole body and threw the punch at such a weird angle where Maloney at no point saw that punch. He did not see that punch at all. And he just dropped like a deck of cards, man. Like, boom. And he was out cold. Referee immediately stopped the fight correctly. And, he ended up going to the hospital afterwards. Great performance by Nakatani. I tweeted out, we need to give him American citizenship, man. I need to see that dude in America a lot more often. That was just an absolute fantastic performance. And I wouldn't mind seeing him again on my screen. Oscar Valdez was also on the card. He fought Adam Blue Lopez. That fight, like, it was weird because Adam Blue Lopez was having success defensively, was moving and grooving and doing all this shit. But he was kind of like pitter-pattering. And Valdez output was low, but everything was thrown hard, and he was really landing hard punches and really hurting Lopez, while Lopez was just kind of content with making a miss and move and groove and these pitter-pat punches. I really didn't like that fight, but I will say this. Valdez knocks that cowboy out. Emmanuel Navarrete, El Vaquero, give me Valdez, man. I think Valdez's left hook will get Navarrete, who always falls off balance, and I'm not a fan of. So I'll be honest, I will pick him. In Dominican boxing news, I was going to say, I haven't talked Dominican boxing, but I'm lying. I did talk about Elvis possibly fighting Sergey Lipinets on the Spence Crawford undercard, which I also mentioned is not confirmed. But in other Dominican boxing news, tomorrow, the WBA will be having a purse bid for Hector Luis Garcia and Lamont Roach. One thing I will say is Lamont Roach is currently a free agent. So he doesn't have at least that's what he tweeted out. He doesn't have a promoter whose best interest is to bid for this fight, which, again, less people bidding, the lower the bid will be. We'll see if, Eddie Hearn wants to swoop in and have them earn with Hearn on the zone and make that money, or if it's just going to be PBC, the lone bidder. We'll see. Tomorrow is a big day for Hector Luis Garcia. So we'll see how much people bid, but he also gets, what I love about this, since he's the champion, he's going to get 75% of whatever the bid is. So that's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So let's say somebody bids I don't know, $300,000. That's a number I just made off the top of my head. So what is that? He would get what, 225 of it, something like that. So he's gonna be making good money, making really good money. By the way, I'm pretty sure my math was wrong. Math was never my strong suit, but yeah, man, I'm excited for that fight. For tomorrow, as far as to see how much money he's gonna be getting, where that fight is gonna be in terms of what platform, and if PBC is the ones to win it, hopefully they bring it to New York, man. Danny Garcia will be fighting at the Barclays Center against Erislandy Lara. I think that's a perfect co-main event for that fight. You know, but we'll see. We'll see. You know, that's honestly not up to me. But hold on, man. I've been rocking out, man. I'm gonna open up the phone lines just in case you guys want to call in, man. Chop it up with me. All right, so let me post this. All right, so the link is let me pin it to the top of the chat. But I put the link in the chat if you guys wanna come in, call in, talk, chill with your boy, man. I definitely would enjoy that, man. I need that. I need that my Dominican support. And shout out to everybody who's gone to BroadwayJoel.com and bought a Dominican boxing shirt, man. Everybody who's done that lets me know that y'all really supporting me. Y'all really supporting Dominican boxing, more importantly. And that once we have that big Dominican card here in New York City, I'm going to walk in the crowd and there's going to be 2-3 people where, you know, more than 2-3 people. There's going to be a bunch of people wearing my Dominican boxing shirt. So that it's exciting stuff. And shout out to everybody who's gone to BroadwayJoel.com and bought a shirt. By the way, the link is pinned to the top of the chat, everybody. So if you guys want to call in, feel free to do so. And by the way, you know what? You could call anyways. I was gonna say, don't call in saying it was a robbery because it was I'm gonna tell you it was a close fight. But you know what? Even if you feel it was a robbery, call in, talk your shit, man. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Tell me how you really feel. Express yourself. Get it off your chest, man. If it's been bothering you, you know, and you want to talk your shit, call in, man. You know, no jokes about the no beard though. But damn, yo, I look like so different, man. I look like a total different person without a beard. I gotta grow this in quick, man. For real. But what's going on with y'all, man? Talk to me. Ask me questions in the chat if anybody wants they question answered, because they either in a noisy place or you too shy to call in. You type it in the chat, ask me a question. Oh, by the way, this weekend, man, we got a couple good fights at the featherweight division. We got Michael Conlon versus Luis Alberto Lopez, Venado Lopez. That's a good fight, man. That's a good fight. I love. I'm a fan of Venado Lopez. I've actually communicated with him about doing an interview. It just so happened that, you know, he was in training camp. He was kind of busy, but me and him, we've had conversations about doing an interview. I love how he rolls with punches and how awkward he is, and how, you know, he uses his eyes kind of as as deception. He'll roll with a punch and then boom, and then throw a left hook. It's so weird. His style is so uncomfortable and so weird. You know, it's gonna be hard for somebody conventional to beat him. For me, I think somebody needs to press him. And we saw in that Josh Warrington fight, he did have trouble when Warrington was really pressing him like that, especially down the stretch of the fight. But if somebody's just gonna go and try to box like a normal fighter, they're not gonna have too much success. They're really not. They're really not. Yeah, your cousin Alex is a handsome man, I guess, if he looked like me, man. But yeah, man. Also, on this Saturday, we have a rematch between Lee Wood and Mauricio Lara. The first fight, man, that was so entertaining, and I felt like Lee Wood was winning. I felt like Lee Wood had a beautiful game plan, was boxing really well, was keeping Mauricio Lara at a distance, and was doing a good job staying away from getting hit with a big shot. Then out of nowhere, Mauricio Lara kind of set it up. You can see him cocking the left hook right before he throws. He kind of cocks in, then he's kind of trying to measure, and then he's trying to cock it again, and then boom, and then he just dropped him with that nasty left hook. I thought the corner did a poor job of knowing how much time was left on the clock, because there was like 7-8 seconds left on the clock, and you got I know people go, oh yeah, but it's better to stop a fight too early than too late, and this and that. You got to understand, like, these dudes, they know what they're getting themselves into. Now, was he hurt? Absolutely, but you got to give a man all the chance possible, to win a title, to defend his title at this level. Yes. Now, if you're telling me this is a 4-round fight and he got clipped like that where he was seriously hurt, hey man, live to fight another day. There's a 4-round fight. We could come back from a loss. Now, luckily he had a rematch clause, but not it. Hold on, I lost track what I was saying. Reading, but not like I thought the trainer should have gave him a little bit of time, man. Go. Maybe he holds, maybe he runs, maybe he does whatever. The round ends. Now you got a full minute to recover. And then if I'm the trainer, I stay in the ring a little bit long to the ref, like, get out. I'm like, whoa, what are you saying? Wait, ding, ding. All right, hold on, call time. Hey, man, when you get out, when the round starts, you got to get out the ring. Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't understand what you were saying. Then you get an extra 15 seconds for your fighter to recover. And then you play it out that way. I thought the stoppage was way too close. Way too early, I mean. But, again, he was hurt. It's not like he wasn't hurt. But at the end of the day, man, you got to give people a chance to fight, man. You got to give people a chance to fight. They know what they're getting themselves into. And even Lee Wood was angry. Like, damn, you gotta let me fight, bro. Like, that was kind of like his reaction. Like, like I was hurt, but like, come on, man. Like, this is the championship fight. But it definitely was an exciting fight, and I'm glad there's a rematch. But let me put it to you like this. You know what? Fuck it. I am gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna go on a limb, and I'm gonna pick Lee Wood. I liked his game plan in the first fight. I think he learned from getting clipped in his last fight. And I'm gonna go Lee Wood. I know he's the underdog, but I'm gonna go Lee Wood. I'm gonna go Lee Wood by decision. I feel like he's gonna do enough of boxing, keeping Mauricio Lara at a distance. And I think he's gonna win the fight. Listen, I know I'm going out on a limb. He just got knocked out by this guy. And Mauricio Lara is a vicious puncher and an aggressive, come forward guy, but he gets hit a lot. And Lee Wood was having way too much success in the first fight for me to ignore it. So I'm gonna pick Lee Wood. And in the Mick Conlon Luis Alberto Lopez fight, it's funny. Lopez is actually a plus 100 underdog. I might parlay that. I might take the two underdogs. I'm not really too much of a gambling dude like that, but I might parlay a good like $50 on both of them, picking the underdogs. I like Lee Wood. I liked his game plan in the first fight. And hey, again, Lopez, I don't understand why he's the underdog. I guess maybe he's the underdog because the fight's in Ireland. And I can see that, you fight in Ireland, like the other guy may get a good decision. Although we did see Katie Taylor lose in Ireland just this past Saturday. So it's not like it's impossible to get a decision there. But yeah. All right, we'll see. I'm gonna go Lee Wood and Luis Alberto Lopez, man. I'm gonna go Lopez by KO and Lee Wood by decision. He said, no, Lara gonna knock him out again. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I think that he I think that Lara is nice, but he's sometimes limited. So I'm gonna go Lee Wood. Again, I know what I saw last fight. Last fight, he did his thing, man. Lee Wood was doing his thing up until he got clipped. Now, if you counting and he's gonna get clipped again, I mean, I'm not gonna discount it, especially you don't know where his mental game is at. Like, damn, this dude stopped me last time. Like, I'm here rematching him. And although my game plan was working, how much was it working? I still ended up getting clipped. You know, you never know what's in the guy's head. But I'm gonna go Lee Wood. Whatever. Like again, I'm gonna bet like $20, $30. Nothing much. I'm gonna parlay that. Lopez and Lee Wood. I'm going. That's what I'm doing. They both in the featherweight division, so both the WBA and the IBF titles will be getting defended this Saturday, which is exciting. Both in England. Well, both in the UK. One is in Ireland, one's in England. So, you know. Is it true that Bivol is a promotional free agent? I read that today. I read the same thing. I also read that they foresee Top Rank make an aggressive effort to get him so they can make the Arthur Beterbiev fight signed this year and get the undisputed fight. Although the WBC has consistently said that they won't sanction a fight with a Russian fighter, including Bivol. They said they're willing to make exceptions if he makes certain comments or denounces Russia or something like that. But by the way, I hate that fucking rule, man. That's so stupid. So stupid. Like you telling me because the country I'm from is at war and it's a war you don't agree with, you won't sanction my fights? Well, what does what my country have to do has to do with me? Like you act like I'm the president. Like you act like I'm in the military fucking gunning down Ukrainians or some shit like that. Like, yo, I don't know, man. I feel bad for Bivol because, you know, I'm sure a dream of his is to become undisputed. And the fact that one of the sanctioning bodies is like wants him to denounce or wants him to do something to say something about his country when he's just a boxer. Like he's not trying to ruffle feathers. He don't want to come out and say something bad about Russia and then all of a sudden, all right, now you can't come back to Russia. Or when you come back to Russia, you're gonna have problems and or you're gonna alienate some Russian fans. Like there's a lot of things I don't like about that. So Bivol versus Beterbiev would be a great fight. I mean, but to be honest, whatever. If the WBC won't sanction it and the other three belts will, fuck it. Why not? Why not? Let's do it that way. Let's do it the WBO, IBF, and WBA. That's it. It'll be for the lineal. And the WBC, they'll just be missing out on a sanctioning fee of an undisputed fight because of this whack-ass rule they got. Do you know when De Los Santos is going to fight again? Yes, I do know. He will be fighting sometime in July. Against who? I can't say, but it's somebody you've seen fight before, somebody you're familiar with. Is it a juicy name? It's all right. It's all right. Like, not something to be excited about, but he's not fighting a total can. Like, he's not fighting a straight fucking bum who, like, damn, this dude is trash. Why is he even fighting this dude? That's not the case. And I'm hearing it may be on the East Coast. So, all you guys that say you want to support Dominican boxing, you can't wait till it's in the East Coast and all that. My man said better not be Gamboa. Nah, it ain't Gamboa. Michael Blunt is crazy. Nah, it's not Gamboa, bro. It's not Gamboa. I'm hearing it might be in the East Coast. And if it is in the East Coast, I know every Dominican that subscribed to me that been waiting for this is gonna go. No, he's not fighting on June 24th no more, Rod. No, he will no longer be fighting June 24th. He'll be fighting at a later date. I'm not allowed to talk about the date. I'm also not allowed to talk about the opponent, but like I said, it's rumored that it's going to be in the East Coast. No confirmation. Once I get that news, I'll bring it to you guys. But yeah, no. We'll see. Who you rocking with, Bud or Errol? You know what? It's so complicated because it's hard to gauge how much each has less left in the tank. Now, when the fight first got rumored, I was like, yo, I got Spence, man. Like it was no doubt in my mind I had Spence. Then he got into that car accident. Then he looked okay, and when he came back, he looked okay against Danny Garcia. I was like, okay, like he looked okay against him. All right, all right. I think I may go back to picking Spence. Then he has eye surgery. I was like, oh, I don't know. Then he comes back and he destroys Ugas in in like 6 rounds or something like that. And I was like, all right, I'm back to picking Spence. And now it will be like a year and change layoff. It's like, damn, man, like I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna still stick with my guns and I'm gonna still pick Spence, but I'm not betting on it. I'm not betting on it unless they give me good odds, which I doubt, because I feel like the odds are gonna be real close. But yeah, no, I'm picking Spence. I'm picking Spence. I think the reason I'm picking Spence to beat Bud is because I feel like Bud gives way too much of the early rounds up. I feel like he gives up like 4 to 5 rounds, sometimes even 6. And it's like, yo, you gave up almost half the fight. And then usually he turns up, comes back, makes his adjustments, and gets the knockout. But you doing that with Errol Spence. Like you might, what if you turn up and you start punching him and he starts punching you back, and then guys start trading, and oh, it's an even fight down the stretch, but it's like, no, you gave up the first 6 rounds, then it was an even fight come the last 6, and it's like, all right, well, you guys split that, so now it's 9-3. You know what I'm saying? I got this fight going decision. I see everybody who I see talking, oh, this fight not going 12, this fight not going 12. I don't see either of these guys knocking each other out. I could see a scenario where Crawford drops Spence. I can't really see a scenario where Spence drops Crawford. Just for whatever reason, I just can't picture it. I'm not saying he doesn't have the power. Both these guys have good power. I just can't envision it. I don't know why. But hey, man, I got Spence winning this fight. I got Spence winning this fight. From what I understand, there's also a rematch clause that has to be enacted 30 days after the fight. So we may be seeing this fight twice this year. Hopefully, that'll be dope. Like, yo, we made y'all wait 4 or 5 years, but shit, y'all got 2 fights out of it. Y'all ain't just get one. You get what I'm saying? That would be dope. That would be dope. I would love if Elvis is on the undercard. Again, that's not set. I'm telling you guys, because I don't want you guys to say, oh, Broadway Joel say he's gonna be on the undercard. It's not set, but I would love to see him on that undercard, especially if he is fighting Lipinets, which that's not confirmed. We recently saw Lipinets on the internet saying, oh, I want to step in for Liam Paro. If he's not going to be able to fight, I'll take the fight with Regis. And although Regis already has another opponent in Daniel Zorrilla, it still let me know, like, oh, wait a minute, he was still seeking other fights. So this fight isn't as done as I thought. Yeah, man. But we'll see. We'll see. And if he is the co-main event, that'll be a very, very good look for him. Very, very good look for him. Derek James about to have a busy year. Spence, Frank, Jamel, AJ, and Ryan. Yeah, man. Derek James won Trainer of the Year last year, and fighters are flocking to him. Fighters are seeing how good he's doing. Spence, he started off with Spence. And then I'm not sure how he got Frank. I know Frank is promoted by Spence, so maybe he got him through Spence. Jamel, that Texas connection. AJ, he went with Robert Garcia and then didn't fit, and now he's with Derek James. And as far as Ryan Garcia, I'm pretty sure he's seen the work. He said, hey, he probably asked around, who's the best trainer right now? Active, you got to go Derek James. You have to. I'm a big fan of Robert Garcia, and I would have loved to seen Ryan Garcia with Robert Garcia. But that for whatever reason he didn't want to go. But going to Derrick James is no way not a good fucking good choice. I like it. I like it. Also, he look at the type of sparring he got. Right, he said he was moving up to 140, so that means he could spar Spence, who's a 47 pounder, and he could spar Frank, who's a 135 pounder. So that's great sparring right there within your gym. And then you got, pretty sure that there's other guys that they could call in. But pretty much just within your gym, just with the people that train there, you can find, top 5, in the division of 135 and pretty much the number 1 welterweight, and spar them consistently. See what they doing and copycat. The same way he was with Canelo, and he was learning tricks from Canelo, going to the body and learning how to use certain feints and jabs. He can pick up a little bit of things from Spence and Frank. Not to mention pick up things from Derrick James, who that's the reason why you went. He's a good trainer. And so yeah, I like it. I didn't dislike him with Joe Goosen, to be honest with you. I didn't think that was a bad matchup. We all know Joe Goosen's a good trainer, but not all things are perfect. So it didn't work out, and hey, we'll see. Maybe down the line they work again together. Who knows? But hold on one second. Guys, by the way, click the link in the chat, man. It's at the I pinned it to the top of the chat. If you guys want to call in, have a conversation, If not, you could still hit that like button or subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? You could still just wipe your finger, get your finger a little dirty. Bah, right there. Hit that like button, get your fingers clean, man. Man, I can't talk about who De Los Santos fighting, man. I told y'all, man. I can't do that. I can't do that. But I will say this. He's coming off a long layoff. So, you guys can't get too mad at the opponent. And again, like I said, he's not a bum. The opponent's not a bum at all. He's not like some trash fighter. You're like, damn, man, you fighting this cat? Like, you may be disappointed, but you're not gonna be so disappointed. You're gonna be like, damn, man, like I can't believe I waited all this time for this. So again, I'm giving you clues like that, so you guys can figure it out. But what y'all need to be worried about if it's really in the East Coast, because if it's in the East Coast, man, and y'all just better show up. Y'all better show up, because I've been pushing a lot of motherfuckers to come out here, man. Pushing buttons, talking on Twitter, talking on Instagram, talking to people, that are high up, and telling them, man, bring the fights to the East Coast, man. We got a Dominican fan base. So if he does successfully get brought to the East Coast and you guys don't show up, that would just be a spit in the face of the hard work I've done and the hard work that these young men are doing in the ring, man. These guys are risking their life and putting the only people, putting the flag up. I'm Dominican, coming on the show, promoting, you know what I'm saying? Giving you guys content. Like, everybody's cool when you DM on Instagram. They respond to their fans. And so the fact that we showing that we putting in our work to represent y'all, the Dominican fan base, y'all need to put y'all money up. We're going to go. We're going to, if y'all got to take the train there, you got to drive there, or, whatever. You got to take the bus, whatever you got to do to get there. Or drive, shit, man. Get there. Just get there, man. That's important, man. They need our support. They really do. They really, really do. Yo, listen to this. I'm not going to mention names, so don't even get in the chat asking for names. There was a prominent manager who he wanted to sign a Dominican amateur, like a high-ranking Dominican amateur. But before he signed the kid, he told him, yo, I'm going to be talking to promoters, see who's interested. I'm going to show them tapes of you and this and that. Then it was like, yo, not almost every single promoter was like, yo, Dominicans don't sell tickets. Like, yo, he's like, yo, but this kid is nice. Yo, look at his tapes. Yo, look how good he is in an amateur. Look what he did in this tournament. Look what he did in that tournament. Yo, look. And just like every single person said, nah, we're not interested. Dominicans don't sell tickets. And I'm like, oh no, like really? And the guy's like, yo, I'm trying my best. He goes, if I can't get a promoter to sign him, I'm not going to sign him. It was what I'm going to do. So even the talent is not enough for us to get signed. Like we still haven't gotten that stigma off of us. So that's why I stress to you guys, like, yo, you not buying tickets to go see a Dominican fight and not bringing your boys, your boys may not even fucking watch boxing. There may just be 4 or 5 Dominicans that love smoking hookah and drinking Brugad. You go, yo, deja la maldita hookah este fin de semana. Yo, that's it. Just this weekend, we not smoking hookah. Come with me to this fight. 4 or 5 of us. Yo, just bring your Dominican flag. We're gonna have fun. You gotta you as a fan, as a Dominican boxing fan, you gotta put in the work yourself as well, because again, starts off a little movement, then starts off a little bit bigger, then starts off a little bit bigger, and then it's like, all right, this is actually a movement. Oh shit, nah, this is actually like really happening. It's like, oh nah, Dominicans, you as soon as they Dominican, I don't care if they good, I don't care if they bad, sign them. Dominicans sell tickets. So but things start off at a grassroots level. So this next fight may be on the East Coast. Maybe. Not it is. Maybe on the East Coast. If it is, I'm going to need you guys to support and bring your Dominican flags. And go to BroadwayJoel.com and buy a Dominican boxing shirt, man. Don't play yourself, man. Don't play yourself. Man, I'm not getting specific as to where, man. Come on, Twin Munoz. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. It says, Broadway, I got tickets for Berlanga. It's almost sold out, but I also look for TO tickets. Seems like TO tickets not selling well. Yeah, the thing is with the TO tickets, they price crazy. Yo, I'm looking at the prices. I'm like, yo, like, is Mike Tyson fighting? Like, yo, y'all know this is in the little room? I don't know. I feel like if they were priced more generously, more people would have bought tickets. But I agree that the TO tickets are not selling well. But Berlanga showing he's still a draw, man. That's amazing. After those last 3-4 performances, the fact that he's still selling tickets like that, it's actually very impressive, man. It's very, very impressive. I wonder how much of it is like people from his neighborhood / family members, because I don't know no like Berlanga fans. I don't know nobody who's like, yo, I'm Berlanga, like, yo, that's my man, or if he just has a casual fan base that just like, hey man, the guy's Puerto Rican. I'm familiar with him from Instagram or through TikTok or whatever he's famous on. And yeah, I'm just going to support him. I don't know. But that's interesting that he's sold out and TO did it. But again, let me go to Ticketmaster.com. Let me show you the ticket prices. I'm like, whoa, like I'm just shocked. Hold on one second. All right, there we go. Boom. I'm gonna screen share right now those prices, because y'all gonna be shocked. I'm gonna be like, damn, man, like, hold on one second. All right, boom. All right, let me screen share right now. All right, so yeah, look, a 200 section. Look, hold on. This ticket right here in the 200 section will cost you $275. Yo, is you crazy? Is you out your rabbit mind? This ticket right here, $660. In the 201 section, this ain't even 100. Let's see. This ticket right here, $397. Let's see what this ticket right here. $275. Hold on one second. Let's go here. $275. $551. $551, man. Section 204. Look at this one. Section 202. $948. Like, yo, what is going on? 1,212 for section 200. 1,872 for section 201. 2,000. Hold on one second. No, oh, my bad, because I had 2 tickets there. Oh, wait, I think I've been adding these tickets, and that's why it's been. All right, my bad. I was bugging. That's the total. It's 275, 275, 660, 660. All right, so my bad. The tickets were not as expensive as I was saying. They just kept adding up. But y'all see what I'm saying? Yo, the tickets are expensive. Yo, 660. Yo, I better have a ringside seat and a fucking, one of those Asians massaging me and making me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I better get some extreme service for $660. Yo, in the 200 section, $660. You know how much is that? That's crazy. My man Michael Blunt says, I saw some tickets for Staniolis and Ortiz for $50. And that's a way better fight, way more action-packed. That's a fight, you don't know who's going to win. At least I'm pretty much predicting that Josh Taylor's going to win this fight against Teofimo. And I think he's going to knock him out. I think he's going to knock him out, man. And that's just because I don't know where Teofimo is at mentally, man. I don't know. He was my favorite fighter, but something happened to him mentally, man. I can't support him no more, and I don't know where he's at. His focus is off. Like, talk about black, how Top Rank supporting black fighters, and you worried about other shit, bro. You in training camp. If you need to worry about that fucking white dude from Scotland. That's what you need to worry about. Instead of worry about, what black fighters are being supported more than you on Top Rank. Shit crazy, man. Shit crazy. Yo, but guys, I'm gonna keep this one short. I appreciate you guys hopping on, man. Follow me on Twitter at Broadway Joel. Follow me on Instagram at Broadway Joel. Hit that like and subscribe button. And make sure y'all go to BroadwayJoel.com. Buy yourself a Dominican boxing shirt. Make yourself look good this summer. Treat yourself, man. When's the last time you treated yourself? When's the last time you did something for you? Not, because I'm buying this for my girl. I'm going to go out to eat for the family. I'm going to pay for everything. Yo, this is me spending money for me. Because I want to look good. I want to support Dominican boxing. I want to support my man Broadway. BroadwayJoel.com. You know what I'm saying? Go buy a Dominican boxing shirt. But all right, guys, until next time. Peace.